6 filmmaking career mistakes that I made in my nearly decade of working behind the camera that I don't want you to make in your life and waste your time. First mistake I made was not worrying about the budget of the artist or the client that I'm going after. The majority of the clients that I started off with were poor, younger music video artists that were independent and not signed by labels. It doesn't matter what type of quality you're able to deliver if the client you're going after doesn't have the budget to pay for it. I would recommend going after a clientele that has the budgets that can work with what you deserve to be paid. Second mistake I made was not getting better fast enough. The way to quickly move up and level up as quick as possible is by weekly having deliberate practice, whether it's lighting, whether it's framing, whether it's camera movements, and making sure you're getting your reps in with skill acquisition behind the camera. It shouldn't take long to get good. In fact, I think within 2 to 3 weeks, you should be able to first, if you already mastered your camera settings, have that out of the way, but then just learn the basics of lighting, learn the basics of framing. It doesn't need to take long. Get the skill acquisition, your general skill set mastered, and then move on to playing around with the creative art side of how can I use those skills to create the vision in the best way possible. The number 3 mistake that I made was working alone. Like a lot of creatives, I am more of the introverted type, and I enjoy my alone time, and I feel like at the same time I want creative control, and handing ideas off and jobs off on a project to other people felt like maybe they couldn't do it as well as me, or it just wasn't a work style that I was comfortable with. But the best work you're going to do is with a team. Find people that are better than you, network. Make sure that you're not just this lone wolf doing everything as a one-man band. It's also, from a business aspect, you're not able to scale if you're not incorporating a team around you. And from an art perspective, you're not going to get your best results just by yourself. Find people that are even better than you and incorporate them into your projects, and you will have much, much better results. This is a mistake that I made that I am slowly breaking out of, that I don't want you to make at the beginning of your career. The number 4 mistake that I made at the beginning of my career was not preparing enough, not realizing how much really is necessary for proper preparation for a project. Sometimes it's fun to just go about and run and gun a project, but all the best projects I've done have an equal correspondence of effort and preparation that I put in before, in pre-production, shot listing, storyboarding, wardrobe, just anything beforehand. The more you put into the pre-production, I promise you, the better your product is going to be. Don't overlook how much preparation is actually necessary. On my videos now, I probably do 20 times pre-production what I used to do, and I still feel like there's so much more that I could do beforehand to ensure my video is as good as possible. Preparation. Prepare so much more than you think that you need to, and everything will flow better on the day. If you have your shot list, practice whatever type of lighting setups beforehand. Any preparation that you do, I promise you, you will not regret and will lead to a better project and final outcome. Number 5, not taking content seriously. I know the thing that you're most in love with is creating the best art that you can, and the promotional side sometimes feels inauthentic or just doesn't feel like why you got into this career to begin with. But putting out the right type of content attracts the right type of clients, attracts the right team around you. So much good comes from pushing out content, and that can be bringing a friend with you to capture BTS. That can be giving advice videos to the type of clientele you would like to attract. Putting out content is everything these days, and especially for you as a freelancer, as a creative freelancer, it is vital that you have an online footprint and presence, and that you're constantly promoting in a way that feels authentic for you. So not putting out enough content and not making it a priority is a huge mistake that I've made early on in my career that I am now, through videos like this, trying to counteract. The last one, number 6, is not delegating the parts of the job that I don't enjoy. I love cinematography, I love holding the camera, I love interacting with my clients and my collaborators, I love pre-production. If there's something that's taking away your time, but also taking away your energy and doesn't give you pride and pleasure in your work, it's so important that you delegate that out to someone else so you can really double down on the things that give you momentum and that actually progress your career. For me, this was pushing aside editing. There are many other things like sales that I'm slowly trying to delegate, but maybe you love editing and maybe being on set and interacting with the clients is something that drains you and that doesn't excite you. Delegate that part of it. Whatever doesn't give you more energy and life and purpose and a feeling of momentum, delegate to someone else. I promise you, you will not regret it. And even though you're paying someone else, it will make you more money in the long run and better life satisfaction. So these are the 6 mistakes I've made early on in my career that I've slowly been able to turn around, and I don't want you to make these same mistakes. Make sure you go through all of these and don't waste time like I did. You can get better faster, you can delegate more, you can prepare more before your shoots. Look through all these mistakes that I've made, learn from me, and don't waste years of your life on things that are holding you back and not doing the things that are pushing you forward.